You're listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.
Imagine paying a full mortgage every month, but owning absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it is a tough reality.
Right, and that is exactly the reality hitting Seoul right now. With 4 in 10 new Seoul leases topping 1 million won, or roughly 720 USD monthly, renters face mortgage-like costs.
It really forces you to take a hard look at the data.
Exactly. So you start asking the critical question, is this the right time to buy? And how does the shrinking Jeonse system change tenant financing limits?
It is the biggest issue in the market right now.
It's Tuesday, July 7th. Let's look at what's happening in Korea's property market.
Glad to be here for this deep dive.
So if Wolse, meaning monthly rent, listings are vanishing, how exactly are the numbers reflecting this squeeze on available units?
Well, Wolse lease contracts accounted for 49.8% of Seoul apartment leases in the first half of 2026.
Wait, nearly 50%?
Yeah, it is basically a split market now.
Oh, wow.
And 41.6% represents the share of these Wolse contracts priced above 1 million won, or approximately 720 USD a month.
That is just so much cash going out the door every single month.
It really is.
I mean, 3.1 million won, which is roughly 2,200 USD, alongside a 50 million won, about 36,000 USD. Deposit marks a new record monthly rent set in May for an 84 square meter unit in Gangbuk's Myeongdong.
Right, in Myeongdong of all places.
Yeah, that area has historically been so much more affordable.
Not anymore, unfortunately. Available Wolse listings across Seoul apartments dropped 21.37% between January and June.
So inventory just completely dropped off a cliff.
Completely.
Which naturally pushes development outside the city, right?
Yes, and major companies are already moving. Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix will build 4 Fabs combined at a decommissioned Gwangju military airport.
Okay, so major infrastructure is heading down south.
Exactly. And, 1,600 trillion won, roughly 1.1 trillion USD, funds this 3 regions semiconductor mega project announced last week.
Trillion with a T. That is an unbelievable amount of money.
It is a massive scale. But Myeon County's threat to reconsider hosting the relocated airport adds uncertainty to the fast-track timeline unless they receive 1 trillion won, about 720 million USD, in regional support.
Ah, local politics stepping in.
Always happens with these mega projects.
Right. So boiling all this down, what does this actually mean for you, the listener, trying to figure out your financing limits?
Well, for renters, surging Wolse costs create an unfavorable environment that converges with buyer mortgage costs, while landlords benefit from steady yields amid shrinking supply. Because traditional Jeonse market share is falling, financing limits are functionally tightening for tenants who previously relied heavily on lump-sum Jeonse bank loans. Returning to our initial hook, if the 1,600 trillion won, or about 1.1 trillion USD, Gwangju mega project resolves its local disputes, expect regional land demand to firm up well before construction begins.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder.
It does.
If your monthly rent effectively becomes a phantom mortgage where you build zero equity, will your ultimate decision to buy be driven by an actual desire for ownership or just, the sheer lack of any affordable rental alternative?
That is the big question.
That's today's AI PRISM, Real Estate. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI PRISM is a Juan Ifria award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow. #CoPayUSPI.
You've been listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.